Ladies and gentlemen, lions and lionesses, I greet you all and I welcome you to the lecture series. Today, we are starting on family business, and particularly, we are going to look at family owned businesses and strategies for succession planning. My name is Ago Ruben Amechi. You are welcome. Family business are both pervasive and ubiquitous. They come in different hues and sizes and could be lifestyle venture or a growth venture. We usually make distinction between lifestyle venture and a growth venture. Lifestyle venture is something that you just put up, a business that some people put up, like a family setting up a kiosk or a provision store in front of their house. It helps them to pay school fees. It helps them to pay rent and other things like that. They don't expect it to grow to be big. But when we talk of growth venture, we talk of a business. Yes, it may start small, but definitely there are expectations that it will grow to be a very big business. So that is what we mean by a lifestyle venture and a growth venture. Unarguably, family business is the engine of growth of most nations' economy, as it bestrides almost economies of the world like a colossus. About 90% of businesses in the United States are family businesses. They contribute about 54% of US GDP and 59% of employment. A family owned business is a commercial firm in which decision making is influenced by generations after generations of a family that are related by blood or marriage or adoption, and which has both the ability to influence the vision of the business, and the willingness to use this ability to pursue distinctive goals. What exactly do we mean by family business? In a very simple term, a family business refers to a type of business which has both which has majority equity stake or control vested in a family which is directly involved in the management of the business. A lot of misconceptions still attends to the phenomenon of family business. Some people think that it must have its premises located in a family residence. Sometimes it may be like that to start with, but most times it's not like that. That it ought to be small and must be owner managed. Well, it's part of it, but not all. Or that there are no formal structures in the business, and that members of a family must play all sorts of roles in the business. Well, the presence of these attributes indicates that the business is likely a family business, but may not create sufficient conditions to allow the express categorization of a business as a family business. Because we've talked about some attributes that will help us to decide whether a business is a family business or not, let us look at the attributes of a family business. Owala listed some attributes which I think is germane in what we are discussing now. And he listed some attributes whose presence qualifies a business to be categorized as a family business. These attributes are: A. Ownership in the enterprise is distributed among owner's children or relation, with the owner normally holding a controlling interest. That is to say, if we look at a company like Peace Mass Transit Limited, which we know belongs to Chief Maduka Onishi, we may be surprised or we may discover that the ownership of Peace, that's in terms of shares, that Peace is having about 80% share, 80% of the shares of Peace Mass Transit. And maybe the wife is with about 5%, and the rest of the children with 15%. When you see such a thing, it means that that family, that business may likely be a family business. Ownership structure may be parochial in nature and may often change to reflect the needs of the family. That is most times when children or relations are coming into the business. What we mean by this is the business ownership structure may change to accommodate more members of the family in the business. For instance, we've mentioned something like Peace Mass Transit. Assuming Peace was enjoying 80% and more members of the family needed to come into the business, it may happen that Peace Mass Transit may, that's the chairman of Peace Mass Transit, who is the head of the family, may have to reduce his share from 80% to something like 60%, so that other family members coming into the business would be allocated some shares to be directors of the company. Resources may be allocated in non-economic ways to fulfill personal family goals. Here, you may have the business or the business needing to do one thing or the other. Maybe it wants to expand its operation, let's say to another country, and one of the members of the family is having wedding or has need to wed. The family business may have to postpone the expansion plan to accommodate the member of that family. That's the bill of the member of that family who is wedding. So the family may have to jettison expanding to another country, assuming that was the plan ab initio. And the money that could have been used for that expansion will be used to foot the bills of a wedding party by one of the family members. Managerial decisions are influenced by emotions about and the responsibilities towards family members or relations that are in the business. E. Though the business may acquire legal status, it is mostly to run to honor family tradition than for its own needs and purposes. In a family business where owners are managers, the complexity of family business would not be easily noticed. Beside the monolithic family business, when we say that a family business is monolithic, what we simply mean is that the owner is the manager. Once the owner, that's the family, is equally the manager, we now say that it is a monolithic family business. So, besides the monolithic family business, other variants of family businesses or family business exist. Liz has identified some variants of family business based on ownership and management control considerations.